main thing that voters were thinking about is that they wanted to get patients off of the street, away from potentially dangerous situations, being in alleys and dark corners and having to get their medicine that way. So our number one priority here is making sure that every patient who comes to our facility and leaves our facility is 100% safe at all times. Okay, so what we've got here is basically these are trays that are going ready to go out to the dispensary floor to restock our supplies out there. And we have a variety of interesting products here. We have tinctures. We have cannabis tinctures in 3 different mediums. These are little capsules which contain cannabis. There's a variety of different capsules in various different strengths. This is another variety of capsule.
Was that a call for those babies?
Okay. This is a lozenge. This is a trichome lozenge, one of our more popular edible products.
I had one of those the other night, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you did. This is a ointment, a salve, a cannabis salve, which is does not really have any psychoactive effect, but is really great for skin care and really great for muscle ache relief. It's very good for arthritis. Another variety of cannabis capsules. We've been seeing more and more varieties of cannabis capsules coming onto the market. I think that in large part is because patients are looking for a measured dose. They want to know how much cannabis they're taking each time, and this gives them more of an ability to do that. And also because it enables them to carry the cannabis and use the cannabis in places where they might not usually be able to. And here are just, we always try to encourage our patients to support the medical cannabis movement. And a part and part of that movement is really all of us coming out and claiming who we are, claiming our identities proudly, and demanding the respect that we're entitled to. This is our processing room, and a couple of things happen here. First and foremost, it's our last line of defense against anything bad getting into a package that a patient gets. This crew has eagle eyes out for anything, a stray hair in the medicine, any type of insects, anything that may have made it past any of our other inspection processes. They are on guard for here. And then, of course, there's the more basic task of just taking the medicine that's in large packages and breaking it down into smaller packages. This is a biometric lock. This lock will only open if an authorized fingerprint is placed on it. It has an optic reader that reads the fingerprint, and once you put your finger on there, the door will open. But at the same time, it records the identity of the person who passed through, and it records the time that they passed through. So if we ever did have any type of incident here, and we needed to go back, we needed to figure out who possibly could be involved if some medicine went missing, or if a patient had a complaint about something, or if we got burglarized, we would be able to go back onto our software and get a complete list of everybody who passed through those doors and the time that they passed through. This is our clone nursery. And so this is our nursery. This is where, when we intake clones, they stay here until they're ready to go out onto the dispensary floor where patients can select them. Occasionally, of course, some clones may need a little bit of tender care, and so James is here to provide that kind of care to any of the babies that may need it.
Okay, so we're going to make our way down.
You're saying this is the retail clone area?
This is the retail clone area here. So we have a separate area for people to come and make clone selections. Typically, selecting clones takes a good bit longer than selecting medicine, so we try and have a designated line for that activity. We also like to have people handling the clone sales who are well experienced in growing cannabis and can give advice to the patients who are going to be growing the clones. So that's the reason that we have a designated clone station here. It is clone season. More and more people are coming in for clones because the outdoor planting season is coming up here in California. This is our healing clinic where we do our various different holistic therapies. It's in use right now. That's why you see the sign on the door. You can get a better sense of our full selection here. You can see that all of our flowers down here have THC percentages on them. which reflect our test results. And we display our test results for concentrates on this little sign here, just because there's not a real practical other way of displaying them. We've found that the percentages of THC on our flowers range from a low of around 6 or 7% to a high of around 22%. The THC percentages on our concentrates typically range from 20 to 80%, but we do have some extremely powerful extracts that have reached up to 98% THC.
98?
98%. This item here. Angela, could you hand me the EPT? This is a ether extraction THC or cannabis concentrate, and it has percentages of around 98% THC. Extremely powerful. Wow. Not appropriate for all patients because it is so strong on THC. There's some patients who find it overwhelming, and so we tend to point patients in this direction who have very, very serious chronic pain problems. These are our edibles. So you'll see we have a wide variety of cookies, brownies, and candies. But we also have caramels, honey, truffles, capsules, tinctures. We try to always have as wide a range of possible selection so that every patient can find the particular form and strength of cannabis that suits their needs most. This is the morning rush. You see, there's two things that you see going on right now. Number one, it's Tuesday. On Tuesdays, we distribute our care packages to low-income patients, and that brings about 400 low-income patients in just to pick up those packages. Right. Some of those people also purchase some supplementary medicine on top of that. And then we always do have a rush for the first hour that we're open. So you see a combination of those two things. It's not normally this busy here. We try to keep our lines down to a maximum of 3 people per station.
Are we just peasants in the field that stand for truth or forever kneel? Every 16 seconds someone hears the slamming